Want your car to last over 500,000 miles without a single major repair? It's not magic. It's daily habits that 99% of drivers ignore. And at the end, a bonus tip no one talks about. It could save you thousands, so watch till the end. Habit number 1. Protect your engine from the first minute. Every engine start is a stress test, especially when the engine is cold. Many drivers still believe it's good to let the car idle for 5 minutes before driving. But the truth is, your engine doesn't need to sit. It needs to move, gently and with minimal load. When you start the engine, oil hasn't yet reached critical components like the camshaft, bearings, or turbo if your car has one. So if you rev the engine or accelerate hard right away, you're creating direct metal-on-metal contact. This kind of wear isn't noticeable at first, but over time it builds up and it drastically shortens your engine's life. So what should you do instead? Start the engine, wait 15 to 30 seconds, just enough for the oil to start circulating. Then begin driving slowly and smoothly. Keep RPMs low, avoid aggressive throttle or braking. Let the engine warm up under light load, exactly as it was designed to. This one simple habit done daily can extend your engine's life by hundreds of thousands of miles. If you want your car to reach 500,000 miles or more without a major repair, it all starts with the first 5 minutes of every drive. Habit number 2. Check your oil like a pilot, not a passenger. Most drivers ignore their oil until the dashboard light blinks. By then, it's already too late. Engine oil is the lifeblood of your car. It cools, cleans, lubricates, and protects everything inside your engine. Driving with low or dirty oil is like running a marathon in flip-flops. You might move, but you're wrecking everything with every step. So here's the habit. Check your oil at least once every 2 weeks. Pop the hood, pull the dipstick, and take 30 seconds to look at the color, texture, and level. Is it dark and gritty? Time to change it. Is it low? Top it up immediately. Even running half a quart low can cause long-term engine damage. Modern engines, driving conditions, and oil types vary. Some cars need oil changes every 3,000 miles. Others can go 10,000 plus. Check your manual and build a habit around that, not vague internet advice. Remember, it's cheaper to buy oil than a new engine. A bottle of synthetic oil costs $10. A rebuilt engine? $4,000 and months of headaches. Want to hit 500,000 miles? It starts with checking the dipstick before trouble checks you. Habit number 3. Listen to your tires. Your tires are the only part of your car that actually touches the road, but most drivers forget about them until something goes wrong. Underinflated or worn-out tires make your car handle worse, stop slower, and wear out your suspension faster. Here's a simple habit. Check your tire pressure once a week. It takes less than a minute and can save you a lot of money. Low pressure means more heat, faster wear, and even a higher risk of a blowout. Too much pressure? You lose grip, especially in the rain. Also, take a look at the tread. If it's wearing unevenly, you might have an alignment or suspension issue. It's easy to miss, but it affects how your car drives every single day. And don't forget to rotate your tires every 5,000 to 6,000 miles. That helps them wear evenly and keeps your handling sharp. Taking care of your tires isn't just about saving money. It's about staying safe. Check the pressure, look at the wear, and your car will thank you every time you hit the road. Habit number 4. Stop riding the brakes. Riding the brakes, like holding your foot on the pedal while coasting, is a habit many drivers pick up without noticing. But it's one of the fastest ways to wear out your brake pads, overheat your rotors, and reduce stopping power when you need it most. Brakes are designed for short, controlled use, not constant pressure. If you're always tapping the pedal in traffic or holding it downhill, you're cooking your brake system bit by bit. So what's the better habit? Learn to coast. If you see a red light ahead or you're going downhill, take your foot off the gas and let the car slow down naturally. Use engine braking when possible. Drop into a lower gear if your car allows it. This reduces brake wear, keeps them cool, and gives you smoother control overall. Also, maintain a safe distance from the car in front. It gives you more time to react, and you won't need to brake constantly just to avoid tailgating. And when it's time to stop, brake with intention. Firm, steady pressure is better than little, nervous taps. Your brakes are a safety tool, not a security blanket. Use them right, and they'll stay strong, reliable, and ready when you truly need them. Habit number 5. Pay attention to warning lights. Warning lights aren't just annoying little icons. They're your car's early warning system. But too often, drivers see one pop up and think, hey, I'll deal with it later. Then days go by and suddenly a simple issue turns into a $1,000 repair. Modern vehicles are filled with smart sensors. They monitor your oil pressure, engine temperature, tire pressure, emissions, everything. So when one of those lights comes on, it's your car saying, hey, something's not quite right. Please check. Sometimes it's something simple, a loose gas cap, low tire pressure. Other times it's serious, like a misfire, a failing oxygen sensor, or overheating. So here's the habit. Don't ignore it. Take a photo of the light. Check your manual or Google what it means. If it's flashing, especially red or orange, pull over. That means stop now, not later. And here's a bonus tip. Get an OBD2 scanner. They're cheap and super easy to use. You plug it into your car and it tells you exactly what's wrong. Your car can't talk, but the dashboard is its way of sending a message. Don't wait until silence turns into breakdown. Habit number 6. Keep your cooling system in check. Engines hate heat, and one of the quickest ways to destroy an otherwise reliable engine is to let it overheat just once. That's why your cooling system is so critical, yet often overlooked. overlooked. Coolant, radiator, water pump, thermostat. These parts quietly keep your engine alive every mile you drive. But coolant breaks down over time. Hoses crack, radiators clog, and if you're not checking them regularly, the damage can sneak up fast. So here's the habit. Don't wait for the temperature needle to spike. Check your coolant level once a month. If it's low, find out why. Never just top it off and forget it. Also, pay attention to your temperature gauge. If you notice it running hotter than usual, even just a little, that's not normal. That's your engine warning you. Flush your cooling system every few years, based on your vehicle's manual, and replace your thermostat and hoses before they become brittle and fail. An engine can survive a lot, but not heat. One overheating incident can warp metal, crack the head gasket, and leave you stranded with a smoking hood. Respect your cooling system, and it'll quietly protect your engine for hundreds of thousands of miles. Habit number 7. Let your transmission breathe. Most drivers don't think about their transmission until it starts slipping, jerking, or making weird sounds. By then, it's usually too late. But the truth is, your transmission works just as hard as your engine. It needs just as much care and just as much respect. Every time you accelerate, slow down, climb a hill, or tow something heavy, your transmission is doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes. It generates heat. It relies on clean, healthy fluid to keep everything running smoothly. So here's the habit. Treat your transmission like the expensive, complex machine it is. Check your transmission fluid regularly. It should be bright, not burnt. If it smells off or looks dark, don't ignore it. And most importantly, change the fluid when your manual says to. Skipping that service is like never changing your engine oil. Only worse, because transmission repairs often cost more. Also, avoid sudden shifts from reverse to drive. Let the car stop completely before switching gears. Don't slam into drive when you're rolling backward. That's a shortcut to long-term damage. If you drive a truck or tow a lot, consider installing an auxiliary transmission cooler. It reduces heat, and heat is what kills transmissions. Give your transmission a chance to breathe and work smoothly, and it'll give you a ride that lasts for decades. Habit number 8. Don't ignore small noises. You know that little squeak when you turn the wheel? Or that faint grinding when you brake? Most people hear it, shrug, and think it's probably nothing. But those tiny sounds are like whispers from your car, telling you that something's wearing out. No modern vehicle is ever truly silent, but the key is to know your car's normal sounds, so you can spot when something changes. Because small noises rarely stay small. They grow, they spread, and by the time you really hear them, you've already got a bigger problem. So here's the habit. Don't turn up the radio. Listen, every week or two, drive with the windows down, no music, and just pay attention. Turn the wheel, hit the brakes, feel and hear what's going on. A clicking sound in the front could be a worn CV joint. A squeak during braking? Maybe your pads are thin. A clunk from the rear? Possibly a loose suspension part. The earlier you catch it, the cheaper it is to fix. And sometimes catching it early means you avoid a breakdown completely. Your car doesn't speak in words, but it does speak in sounds. The question is, are you listening? Habit number 9. Wash your car. For real. Washing your car isn't just about looks. It's real maintenance, especially if you live where there's snow, rain, salt, or dust. Because over time, dirt and chemicals eat away at your paint, your trim, your undercarriage, and yes, even the frame. When grime builds up, it holds moisture, and that leads to rust. Not just cosmetic rust, but deep structural rust that weakens the body and kills resale value. So here's the habit. Treat washing your car like oil changes, regular and essential. Once every 2 weeks is ideal. More often if you've been through mud, snow, or salty roads. And don't stop at the surface. Use a pressure washer or drive-through wash that includes an underbody spray. That's where salt and sand hide and do the most damage. Waxing a few times a year helps too. It adds a layer of protection and makes it easier to wash next time. And don't forget the inside. Vacuuming, wiping, and keeping moisture out helps prevent mold and musty smells. Bottom line, a clean car runs the same, but lasts longer. And when it comes time to sell, a well-maintained body can add thousands to its value. Habit number 10. Drive gently every day. How you drive, not once, but every single day, quietly determines how long your car will last. And the truth is, no amount of oil changes or tire rotations can undo the damage of aggressive driving habits. Hard launches, stomping on the brakes, sharp cornering, they wear down your suspension, your brake system, your transmission, and your engine. And it doesn't happen all at once. It's gradual, over thousands of miles, until parts start failing one by one. Even small habits matter. Revving your engine in the morning before it's warmed up, that's extra wear. Slamming into drive from reverse without stopping, that's a hit to your transmission. Flying over speed bumps without slowing, you're pounding the suspension every time. So here's the better habit. Treat your car like it's meant to last 20 years, because it can. Accelerate smoothly. Brake in advance. Let the engine warm up on its own while you drive gently for the first few minutes. Use engine braking on downhills instead of riding the brakes. Shift gears only when the car is fully stopped, and avoid flooring it just to beat the car next to you. you. Smooth driving isn't slow, it's smart. It reduces wear on nearly every part of your vehicle. And in the long run, it means fewer repairs, better fuel economy, and a car that still feels solid at 300,000 miles. Habit number 11. Drive long enough. Here's something most drivers don't think about. If your daily drives are just 5 or 10 minutes long, like a quick trip to the store or school, your car may not be getting the time it needs to stay healthy. Engines are built to reach full operating temperature. That's when oil flows properly, moisture evaporates, fuel burns cleanly, and carbon doesn't build up. But when you only take short trips, your car never really gets there. Condensation builds up in the exhaust. Oil doesn't circulate fully. Over time, this leads to buildup, corrosion, and even engine wear. So here's the habit. Once or twice a week, go for a longer drive. Combine errands. Take the scenic route. Drive at steady speeds for 20-30 minutes so the engine can fully warm up and the systems can do what they're designed to do. This also helps your battery stay charged and protects your catalytic converter, which needs proper heat to burn off residue. Short drives are convenient, sure, but too many of them all the time, and your car never gets to breathe. Give it time to stretch its legs once in a while. It'll thank you with better performance and a much longer life. Habit number 12. Stop overfilling your fuel tank. You pull into a gas station, fill up the tank, and when the nozzle clicks, you squeeze in a little more just to top it off. Sound familiar? Most people do it without thinking. But here's the problem. That extra splash of fuel can quietly damage your car's emission system. Modern vehicles have a system called EVAP. It captures fuel vapors before they escape into the air. It includes sensors, filters, and a charcoal canister. When you overfill the tank, liquid fuel, not just vapor, can enter that system. And it's not designed to handle liquid. Over time, this can flood the charcoal canister, clog valves, and trigger the dreaded check engine light. And these repairs often cost hundreds of dollars. So here's the better habit. When the gas pump clicks off, stop. That's not a suggestion. That's the pump detecting back pressure, telling you the tank is full. Resist the urge to round up to the nearest dollar. That few extra cents could cost you a lot more later. It's a small habit that takes zero effort, but it protects your fuel system, prevents vapor leaks, and helps keep your car running clean and efficient. Habit number 13. Park smart, not just fast. Where and how you park your car might not seem like a big deal, but over time, it plays a bigger role in your car's condition than you think. Parking under trees can expose your paint to sap, pollen, bird droppings, and constant moisture, all of which slowly eat through your clear coat. Leaving your car in direct sun every day can fade your paint, crack your dashboard, and overheat sensitive electronics. And constantly squeezing into tight spaces, that's just asking for door dings and bumper scratches. So here's the better habit. Be intentional about where you leave your car. If there's shade, choose it, but not if it means parking under a messy tree. Avoid low spots where water pools, especially after rain. And if you can, park in a garage or undercover, not just in summer, but year-round. Also, park straight. It sounds basic, but angled parking puts stress on your tires and suspension over time, especially if the wheels are turned when you shut off the engine. And one more thing, don't rest your foot on the brake when parked at lights. Use neutral and the handbrake when safe. It reduces brake wear and protects the transmission. Smart parking isn't just about convenience. It's quiet, daily protection for your paint, parts, and long-term value. Habit number 14. Learn your warning lights. Most drivers know the basics, the oil light, the battery, the check engine symbol. But what about the ABS light, the TPMS, the traction control warning? Modern cars have dozens of warning lights. Each one is there for a reason, and ignoring them, even for a week, can turn a small issue into a major repair. So here's the habit. Spend 10 minutes getting to know your dashboard. Pull out your manual or look up your make and model online. Understand what each symbol means, what's urgent and what's not. For example, a flashing check engine light usually means an active misfire that can damage your catalytic converter. That's immediate. But a solid light? Still serious, but not as urgent. A TPMS light means your tire pressure is low, easy to fix, but dangerous to ignore. And here's the key. Never guess. If a warning light pops up, take a picture, look it up, and if needed, get a scan from an OBD2 reader or at your local shop. Cars today are smart. They're constantly telling you how they feel. Your job? Just pay attention. The more you understand those little lights, the more control you have over your car's health and repair bills. Habit number 15. Rotate your tires regularly. Here's something simple that most people skip, and it costs them hundreds down the line. Tire rotation. Front tires don't wear the same as rear ones. On front-wheel drive cars, the front tires handle steering, most of the braking, and all the engine power. That means they wear out faster, especially on the edges. If you never rotate them, you'll end up replacing your front tires way before the rear ones. And even worse, you'll have uneven grip, reduced handling, and worse braking performance. So here's the habit. Rotate your tires every 8,000 to 10,000 kilometers, or every oil change if you like it simple. Most shops can do it in under 20 minutes, and some will even include it free with other service. Rotating your tires means swapping front to rear, and sometimes side to side, depending on your car's layout. The result? Even wear, better traction, smoother ride, and longer tire life overall. And don't forget to get your alignment checked once a year too. If your tires are wearing unevenly, that's usually a sign something else is off. Tires aren't cheap, but this small habit can easily double their lifespan. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe. subscribe, and drop a comment below. What topic should we cover next? Your idea might be our next video.